Hello everybody, D4 here, and welcome back to another episode of Mario Paint. You thought I wasn't going to do another episode, huh? Well, guess what? He's right here. He reads Mario Paint. Doing another episode. Heck yeah. And guess you know what time it is? Time to get that star, finally. Sorry. But, just to throw this out, basically, when you hit the star, there's like a little hidden Easter egg that happens. Basically, something magical happens, and I'm trying to be as articulate as possible. Yes, I did it! Ha! You owe me that $10, Ben. And he's gonna be all like, no, I don't. And I'll be all like, yeah, you're right. If you press any of those icons, though, that's falling down, though, nothing really happens. But now that we finally got that out of the way, let's click on Mario and start with painting. Alright, so... excuse me. I'm not sick or anything, although I might be, who knows me, in the next couple of days, because I was shoveling up some really bad snow. Like, the kind of snow to which there's like chunks of ice that fell down before a whole lot of snow came by, which is a little unusual, because last year I didn't get any snow. We didn't get any snow at all, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, yeah, I kind of wanted to, like, I like the snow, don't get me wrong, but the problem is, like, last year, my car wasn't really in the best of shape, considering that, let's try to draw something. Let's try to draw a gesture. Oh. Okay, considering that my car had no traction, and I didn't have the money to afford it. But coincidentally, the moment I graduated, yes, I actually graduated from an actual school, and not just any school, mind you. It's actually okay, I don't know why it's done that. I think it may have something to do with my template, I think? So weird. But I just got circle around, like, kind of like this. Excuse me. Jeez Louise. Let's try another medium. Let's try... Oh, no, no, no. That's terrible. That kind of works. But it's so small. I was actually about to hit Control Z. I used to do this, like, on Photoshop, and it's all like, oh, wait! I'm on Mario Paint! There's no Control Z! I can just draw it over, though, so there's no worries behind it. Actually, come on, do this. But, long story short, my car wasn't really in the best conditions. Like, I have so many leaks, you know, coming from my car. You know, basically, ranging from my oil to the brake fluid, all that stuff. Yeah, it's just a mess. Like, beyond a mess. So, thankfully, after graduation, one of my relatives was thankfully fortunate to give me an actual brand new car, which came right out of nowhere. Oh crap, I can't erase that. I don't want a big ear, actually. But, what was I? Oh yeah, so I just got a new car, and I'm trying to take super good care of it as much as I possibly can. And it's a really nice car, too. It's one of those cars in which there's a rear view camera. Just, I figure I'd throw that out there. Really, throw that out there. I don't even know who I'm drawing. I think I'm drawing Ro from the Mega Man series. Which, surprise, surprise, there's actually a new Mega Man game coming out. Now, how do I feel about this, you may ask? Truth be told, I'm not the biggest fan of Mega Man as a whole, but I can't help but not blame the fans for getting excited about the new title coming out. And that eye is really bothering me. Sorry. But this one does look interesting. The only Mega Man game I remember playing through a lot was the second title in the main series. I played X5. That's a little too hard for me. But I might go back to play it eventually. I just gotta, get good. But the problem then is that I have so many games that I gotta go through that I literally have a whole back catalog of games that I've purchased, but I never got the chance to play it because I was just so busy with school that I never gave myself the chance to go around and playing them. And now that I graduated from my state university, I should have all the time to do all that. Well, I used to be surprised. I never give myself the time to do any of that. It's weird how that works. Which really shouldn't be at all. Hey, look, no Dorito-chan. Now, kind of be confused with that. Basically, it's a slang terminology used when someone draw literally this as the chin, which is funny because some people are gonna come, oh, but T4, you draw your character that looks like a giant Dorito. Well, what do you gotta say about that for yourself? And I say to you, young viewer, you're technically right, and you know what? I'm not really crazy about that design either. But some people may throw the excuse, oh, it's just a style. Yeah, tell that to the people. Well, no, don't tell it to the people. Tell it to people that are willing to go out of the way to defend the Titan designs for the Attack on Titan series. I'm not even a big fan of the show at all. And I think my pals and I even made a reference to this a long while back. Honestly, I just can't get into the show at all. And part of it is not just the design aesthetics. I just, for one, I can't take the design as the Titans so seriously. They look ridiculous in concept. I would have found them friendly if they looked more intimidating, but they don't. Some of them have some of the derpiest expressions I have ever seen in a show, and it takes away the tone of the show for me, which, again, that's an actual legitimate criticism. Now, of course, some people are going to throw out the expression, too, that, oh, but it's a very nice style, and there's some really sad moments. And you know what? You could be right. There could be some sad moments. And you know what? If you like the show, that's fine. I'm not going to hate on you for that. I guess what it is about the show for me is that I'm one of those people to which I watch depressing shit sometimes on the internet. But when I'm wanting to watch something to make me feel happy, Attack on Titan is the last show I want to do. But I think the reason could be that I'd look at the show and I just could not get into it at the slightest. And that's honestly my input on it. Like, I may form, like, a vlog video about it to speak my full expression on it, because one, I don't have a full-on script to lay out more arguments against why I don't like the show. But hopefully it'll surface soon enough, surface in the future. And I did a technical error. There we go, that kind of helps. But if there's anything I can give the Attack on Titan series I like how they try to keep the characters, interesting. But what's sad about it is that you try to get to know them, or it's not even that. I think some characters that are introduced, you can tell that these are just characters that are gonna get killed off immediately, and you can sense it without a shadow of a doubt. And actually, there was another reason for it too. There were some parts that I did watch, and honestly, this is just a personal nitpick from me. It has nothing against the show, but I think what it is, I don't really care about it, is it's the idea that they have these small victories and they get overshadowed by some really depressing shit that happens in that show, and I don't really get into that. Again, it's a personal taste of mine, and I'm just not that crazy about it. That's the general consensus in what I'm trying to say, and I'm gonna use a mouse in a little bit because this looks really bad. But, oh yeah, I'm supposed to draw the ear too. Probably around here. If only I could find a way to add value to the skin tone here. And unfortunately, they kind of do, but it's the same color hue. But of course, I could get that terminology wrong anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. Ooh. Okay. Oh yeah, I was wondering about Dr. Mara in the last episode, that's right. You know, what could I talk about for the time being? I expressed my thoughts in Teen Titans Go in a nutshell, which I'll plan on doing a video about it in the future, which, keep in mind, I'm actually planning to make a video in the future, and realizing that it's been 10 years since I made the YouTube channel, which is the T4 TV channel, I'm planning to do a special rant to celebrate that mark. I know it's been past 10 years, but honestly, I just been so much busy with shit. You know, the holidays was coming around, and I just have not got around the time to take care of it. Shit happens, and I have to take care of some personal stuff that's been going on in my life. You know, the presents and taking care of the family and all that stuff. So, I just hope that's something for anybody to understand. But now that... I want to get rid of those red lines, actually. But now that I got that expression out of the way, let's talk about the recent Teen Titans Go trailer. Long story short, I'm not excited for it. But I don't doubt that people are wondering what my expression with the general thoughts... Sorry, I'm rambling. I don't doubt that people have concerns in regards what I think about the show, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I watched a couple of episodes, gave it a fair watch, and Mr. Horse said it best. No, sir, I don't like it. But if anybody likes it, that's fine. I think the issue I get here is that I don't think the jokes are remotely funny to my taste, and that Cartoon Network themselves are so independently dependent on it that they're literally trying to play it safe, and I find that really annoying because it just shows that they're not willing to take risks. They took risk with these other shows back in the early 2010s, and now it's a completely different scenario, so I don't know what happened. I honestly don't understand the idea. Like, I get it, it's for the money and everything, but to make a movie out of it, first off, I personally think it's a bad idea. Because you know what was the last Cartoon Network property that got a theatrical release? If you said the Powerpuff Girls, you could be correct. If anybody wants to feel free to correct me, let me know in the comment section. I could be wrong on that. But that movie came out in 2002, and keep in mind, the Powerpuff Girls were huge. They were a huge phenomena in the network lineup. They were one of the most well-known and well-respected franchises in Cartoon Network's history. And even the film bombed because it was serving for an audience that just watched it for television. And not only that, Why would people go pay for a movie that's been based on television? Now, some may argue, well, you look at The Simpsons or Star Wars and they made enough money. True, but with a franchise like Teen Titans Go, it's really pushing it. I can only suspect that it's not gonna do well. I forgot what Roll's eye color is. Let's just go with green. Oh my god! Oh shit, that looks terrible! Oh no! Oh no, I may wake up my roommates. I don't want to do that. Oh, please don't hurt me. But yeah, sorry for the bad line-on quality. If I had this with an actual... you know, I may have to use a mouse in a little bit. But I just gotta take care of this drawing later on. Take care of this drawing right now. Ugh, I can't speak. It's like 2:25 in the morning. Why am I doing this so late? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. What? Bro, what the? Oh, there we go. It's getting there, it's getting there. But personally, when I look at the trailer, it's not for me for obvious reasons that I stated from before. And I wish for Cartoon Network to just not to take risks. And you know what? There was a user that goes by the name of SaberSpark, like his content by the way, who commented about the reason why they're doing it, supposedly because television is dying. I can't doubt that, because I don't know many people these days that watch television. Like, whenever I talk to any of my friends that's around my age, if they watch anything, it's usually through a streaming website, or if it's through other means outside of television. Oh, come on, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But, long story short, other than people past their middle age, like, past, I want to say 35 or 40, past that, I think the younger generation is more prone to just not watch television, which is my only guess. And that's based on a lot of numbers that I've been reading, and most of it is pretty consistent in the matter, where not a lot of people are watching TV, and it's getting those television networks and the television providers in a panicked rate. Even the same user commented that Comcast themselves were so desperate into trying to sell their television package so much that they willingly gave it to him for free for a whole year. That's pretty bad. I don't think television is going to last long, because technology, I think it's evolving so much to the point where I think it's inevitable that television will not last very long. I don't know when that'll be, but I would think it would not last long. And, geez, look at this. This is terrible. Look at her, just like, help me. I think I know what the problem is. I think it's this. Oh my god, yeah, I think it is. Look at that, that's so much better. Someone's like, no it's not, it looks even worse. And let's add a little dab of this. Oh, you know, I could just do this. Or I could just... Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at all that white. Look at all that white, Morty. Oh, no. But, trying to get on topic here. Yeah, long story short, in regards to Teen Titans Go, I don't really care for it at all. I don't think the movie's gonna succeed. But who knows? It may surprise me. But again, it's just an example of them relying on a temporary solution to a permanent problem, to which it may hurt the network in the long run, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, thank gosh. I think this is okay. It's not the best, but hey, it's okay. I could draw a whole lot better, considering the thumbnails I've been producing recently. This is just a terrible example. So, let's do the usual number, shall we? I mean, not the usual number, but let's do the usual shtick of erasing, shall we? Delete, die, Mega Man. That was my sister. No. Shut up, Mega Man. Okay. All right. So I got about 9 minutes. No, less than 10 minutes left. What could I draw? Well, you know what? Put this down in. Let's draw me in my new form. You haven't seen my final form. Oh no. No. Let's draw me. I keep doing it wrong. I'm thinking of the wrong tool. I'm sorry. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. Alright, time to use a real mouse. Not that ballpoint mouse. Screw that. I'm using a laser mouse. So let's see. Right now I'm wearing toboggan, so... yeah, let's see. What else could I talk about? Now, the one thing many people may ask is why I'm not ranting about Teen Titans Go. It's kind of simple, really, because everybody has done it, and I would just be repeating myself. There's really nothing to it than just that. So, moving alongside that, I should comment a bit about Netflix. Not for too long, though. Here's what I can say, though. There's a lot of shows I need to keep up with. The problem is that I just don't give myself enough time, because I'm usually doing something. I could be reading an article, I could be reading about, or I could be doing just yard work stuff overall, or just helping the family, you know, all of that shtick. Let's add this here. And keep in mind, this is Mario Paint quality. This isn't the best, and I haven't used it in a while, but I should do okay. This looks more like Squickers. Now, people may ask me, where is Squickers? He'll appear in a future video. And I may have an idea of what I could have him do a video on. You know what? Let's draw Squickers. It looks more like a Squidger detail, if you ask me. And already this looks so bad. Oh man, it looks like Edward Elric trying to be all ghetto. Oh god. No! No! Hey, I'm Edward Elric. No, that's terrible. That is an absolutely terrible idea. There's a show I've been wanting to watch. Keep in mind, this is not sponsored, by the way. I just want to throw that out there before people go, oh, it's not sponsored. Which, by the way, it's really not sponsored. Just want to throw that out there. I think it's called The Toys That Made Us. It's basically a documentary about the toy industry, and the type of intel they throw out there is really interesting, considering that I'm not the kind of guy that goes for toys. I used to play toys, but the thing is that I grew up. I went to college, and I'm trying to look for a job, so that's the thing. And this is the wrong shaded brown. And I think it's a mix of yellow and orange kind of brown. and it does not look appealing at all. But let me throw this in here so I don't have to worry about the line work. There we go. Do-do-do-do. 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 And let's hit the mouth. What was another one I wanted to watch? There was a show I've been interested in, and this will be controversial to state. Let me just throw that out there. I was watching a show called Big Mouth. Now, why do I say it's controversial, you may ask? Well, it's one of those shows in which it's about teenage sexuality. Basically, it's like teenagers, you know, going through their phases in life when it comes to, you know, weird shit that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Just like how teenagers felt when they go through the sense of uncomfortable, you know, moment. Sorry if I sound like I'm rambling, but damn it, I'm sorry, it's just so late and I should be getting some sleep. But let me throw this out there. Basically, it's about teenage problems that makes people uncomfortable to talk about, but the show tries to address it. And, you know, comedic-wise, it's not bad. It's not really the worst show I've really seen in a really long while. I think the comedy was on point. There are some parts I did like, and the voice cast isn't bad either. I think my favorite character is actually the Hormone Monster and the Hormone Monstress. I think they were great characters. I haven't watched all of it. I think I'm up to episode 4? I haven't caught up with it because at the time I was just something caught up and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So yeah. And we gotta do something about that little beanbag. Let's add, oh yeah, let's add an old slogan like the old times. I think I still do it. Yeah. But I can understand why people are uncomfortable with the show because of the mature themes and how it grosses people out. I could be wrong, but I think I remember Mr. Enter, or whoever his name is, making critiques, you know, towards it. And you know what? It's his opinion, but I'm not saying that he's wrong. I mean, people have their own opinions of what kind of shows they do like. But that's on a different topic, on a different matter, way later on. And what should I add? This looks so weird. It really does. You know what I think it is? I think it's the... Let me get rid of that. And that. Oh dear. There we go. Now he looks like he's got a little goatee growing in there. Oh god, yes. Add a little goatee there. Yeah, there we go. And he's got a big fat nose. Oh no. No, I don't want to draw that. You know, let's just add this back here. But yeah, this is just one of those episodes which I'm just goofing around like always. Hopefully when I get the chance, I'm gonna look through some ideas that you can still do with Mario Paint. Cause last I checked, I covered these tools, I covered all these other tools, and I covered Coffee Break. And I was just rambling about other stuff. This is a bad drawing. Now if I was if I was working on this for like a couple of hours, it'd probably turn out to be a better drawing, but this is just it was like a 10-minute drawing I did with Mario Paint, so give me some credit, people. There are actual paintings that I did in which they stood out
pretty well in school. I think I at least had one painting that hung up, you know, in the middle of the school hallway. Just to give you guys some idea, just to give you guys an idea here and there. But I rambled on long enough, and I made two. Yeah, it's literally 2 subpar drawings. I usually draw better than this, I really do. I guess I gotta get one of those moves where I gotta draw a little more before I get started with this. This is like one of those. I feel like it's less of a let's play and it's more like a personal vlog. Yeah, that's basically what it is. So let me wipe that smug off my face. I just realized that I need my mouth to say goodbye, everybody. See you guys in the next episode of Mario Paint. So, have a nice day, everybody. Bye. Oh no. I don't have ice. How do I stop recording? How do I do this? Ow. Oh, it's right here. Okay. There it is.